how to find the best single family market in my area for real estate investing. So when it comes to the real estate investing, I'm assuming that you're looking at long-term investing, but whether you're looking at long-term investing or short-term investing, the biggest thing that you're going to make sure is the FHA loan limit. This will keep you out of so many problems. And the FHA loan limit for your area, it's by county. It changes every year, but the FHA loan limit, let's just say for the area, is $525,000. What that means is that's the max that a new buyer could come in that's going to get a HUD FHA loan could pay for the property. Now you're going to have to subtract out of that costs and everything else, agent fees, costs, everything. So maybe I want to be to it somewhere around 500,000. But if I'm looking for investments, I want to be under that FHA limit. When I'm into the property, that's with my fix-ups and my rehabs and everything, if I have to do that. On the other side of that, I also want to make sure I'm not dealing with a small property. So the minimum that I'm going to be looking at is a 3-bed, 2 baths. As a matter of fact, 3 beds, 2 baths. I like the ability to be able to put in 1 more bedroom. So my ideal house is 4 beds, 2 baths, 2-car garage. I'll look at anything that's a 3-bed, 2 bath, but I want the ability to be able to add another bedroom, meaning there's like an unfinished basement or somewhere that I can add it. If it doesn't have the ability to add another bedroom, I'm probably not going to do it, but I'll look at it. So I want to make sure it's at least 3 beds and 2 baths. Now you're going to say, why does that matter? Well, for a few reasons. If it's a rental property, I want to be renting to people that stay a long time. And if you're renting to something that's a 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom, those people are more transient, meaning their turnover is happening a lot more frequently as they're moving from place to place to place because circumstances. Typically, when I'm dealing with a bigger property, I'm dealing with families that are coming in, they're more stable, that get into the school systems and everything else and want to stay there until their kids are out of high school or whatever the case is. And so I've got more stability there because they become more part of the community versus somebody that's just like can pick up and go at any time. So that's something that we need to be looking at. So we don't want to be too small. We don't want to be too big, and we don't want to be too expensive. Okay, so that's kind of our general criteria. The other things that we're looking for here is we want to make sure that we're not in high crime neighborhoods. So one of the things that I like to do is I like to know what the crime looks like in a specific area. So I can come in here and I can look at crime reports for that specific area, and I can know what crimes are actually happening there by incidents, right? So this is theft of vehicle, identity theft. Now, I know there's crimes everywhere, okay? What I'm really looking for is violent crimes. Okay, here's the incidents. Okay, here you go. Violent is red, okay? So that was a violent crime there. We got a violent crime over here, and we've got a violent crime over here. That's where I'm starting to get more concerned, is when I'm dealing with the violent crimes. Now, obviously there's a lot of houses, or there's several houses here, but you're dealing with a violent crime here, an assault that was domestic, and we're dealing with another one here, domestic, verbal. So when it's domestic, it's usually within the same household, so you know that's kind of happening here. So it's okay. I don't love it. A lot of people say, well, how do I know because there's crime area everywhere? The best way to do it is to look in your area where you live or where you grew up, or an area that you know, hey, this is a good area, and get an idea of what the crime reports look like for that area, and then compare that to areas that you're looking at. Because you can say, hey, this area where I live, I think is a great area. I would live here. Well, okay, there's a few things happening in my area. I want to see something similar to that in the areas that I'm looking to purchase. Now, before you even do crime reports, one of the ways you can rule it out is looking at schools. Okay, you can look at the schools, find a great school. Let's just come here and just say, I don't know, let's just do Texas. Texas City, Texas, whatever. I don't even know where that's at. Okay, so here's what we're looking at. Great schools rating, 7, 4, 4. This is all out of 10. 4 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 3 out of 10. This will give you an idea of the schools and what's happening with the school, the rankings, the test scores, and everything else. So this is a below average compared to public and charter schools in the same area. Student progress is 2 out of 10. Test scores are 5 out of 10. Equity rating is 2 out of 10. Academics is in the lower percentile. So typically, I want to be in areas that are closer to a 5. It looks like this is a elementary school is fantastic. So that's one of the things that I'm going to do is say, hey, I want to make sure that some of these areas I'm investing in, okay, we'll come over here. Oh, that's the elementary school. So I can put in the school name or the school district or just the area, and then I can look around and see where those schools are. Now, I don't need to be in 10s, but I definitely don't want to be in 1s. So somewhere around that 5, I want to be a little bit above average is what I'm looking for, is what I'm going to be looking for. So I want to make sure that there's good schools in the area that are above average. I want to make sure I'm under that FHA limit. I want to make sure that I'm not too small of a property and I can go bigger, but I also don't want to be too big, and which is why I've got a limit on this. So you're probably saying, okay, Ryan, I know I need to be under the FHA limit. I know I need to not be too small. I know I need to be in decent schools. I know I don't want to be in violent crime areas. I've got all that. So how do I actually find these properties? Well, the best thing to do is get into Investor's Edge. You're going to get into Investor's Edge software, and let's just pick Atlanta, Georgia. There. One of the most utilized tools is these analytics. So one of the things you can look at is what's the estimated value. Okay, this is going to tell you these are $1 million properties. These are $500,000 properties. So anything in this area is not going to work if my FHA loan limit is $525,000. So I want to be looking down here. Now, likewise, these are $100,000 or less properties. These are probably in neighborhoods I'm less interested in. So I want to be somewhere in this type of range. So this is one of the ways I can do that. Then I can zoom in, I can see those areas a little bit better and be like, okay, this is an area I want to invest in. Then I can take a look at that and look at crimes, and I can look at schools. The other thing I can look at is MLS statistics. So bedrooms, lot size, listing price. So we can look at stuff and say, hey, what's stuff listed for in this area, which is currently on the MLS. The other thing you can look at is what's been happening over the year for rental growth. And you can see there's 100% growth. This is probably 50. That's, I don't know, going up a little bit. 5 or 10% is what that looks like. If you want to look even deeper into these, you can look at market trends that are happening in the area. So square footage, days on market, monthly rent. This is also really helpful because it tells you what the bedrooms are renting for in that area. 5-bed rents for $3,900. This rents for $2,893. And so let's also come here to rental values and rental price. So this gives you an idea what's happening with rental prices. So these are $5,000 a month. That's not what I like to rent, and probably these houses are really expensive. Like this is 1.879 million. So probably not a house that I'm going to be interested in. Let's look at this one. This house is 379. Okay, that may be a house that I am interested in, but I'm going to look at the schools. I'm going to look at the crime. So once I have that stuff, now I have the area that I'm actually searching in. Once I know the area I'm searching in, then I can start doing some targeting. So then I can come in and say, okay, this is the county, or this is the city. Let's say county, Fulton County, Georgia. And you have to do it Fulton County, GA. So this is Fulton County, Georgia. Let's say that I've done all this and I realize that all the conditions we've talked about work really well in Fulton County. Let's just say it doesn't look like it does because we got a bunch of yellows here, but let's just use that. Then what I can do is I can look for properties. What I'm going to do is filter properties based upon certain criteria. We have some preset criteria that you can use, which are these here. So you can say, hey, I want properties that meet these, that they're currently in bankruptcy, or it's a free and clear property. Those are all things that I'm looking at in that Fulton County. Then I can say, I want to do those, and I want to make sure that they're not listed on the MLS, and I want to make sure that it's got at least 3 bedrooms. I want to make sure it's got at least 2 bathrooms, And I want to make sure that the value of the property, mortgages, it's the value and equity. I want to make sure that the property estimated value is under $500,000. Whoops. One more zero. And I want to make sure it's over 100,000, which will get rid of potentially some of those areas that I don't like as well. So now there's 33,000 homes. So now I'm looking for motivation, okay? Now I'm looking for what motivation, and you can do all different types of things. So this could be a divorce. So there's 9 properties, 9, looks like, oh, it's getting filtered down. There's 3 properties that meet the filter that are going through a divorce that meet these criteria. There's probably a good chance one of those properties is going to want to sell. Let's look at probate. There's 92 properties after we filter. This is 283. That's for Fulton. We've narrowed it down. There's 92 properties that are in pre-probate. This means somebody's passed away. That's a great one. Tax delinquents. There are 13,400 people that are tax delinquent. So once I find the area that I'm wanting to invest in using these things, then I actually find properties that meet those criteria, but then I have to find something that is going to put them motivated, because we're looking for equity and we're looking for motivation. So auctions, bank-owned, bankruptcy, divorce, failed listings, free and clear, high equity liens, pre-foreclosures, probate, senior owners, tired landlords is a great one right here. There's, how many do we have tired? 5,780 tired landlords. Now this says 55,000. That's for the entire county, but then I put my filters in there and I get to 5,780. Those are great ones to be going after. So once I determine that, then I start creating lists. So I can look at these individually, but I start creating a list. I add that to a list. We'll just call this Fulton County GA. And so I've got a list of these. Now I want to get in touch with this list. So there's 2 things I can do. I can call them and text them. And to do that, I need to skip trace. Select the contacts and go through the skip trace. I find my Fulton, I don't know where it's at on here, and then I can skip trace them. Once I skip trace them, I'm going to have contacts like these. So I've got the names, I've got the mobile number, I've got the land number, email address, property address, mailing address. I've got all that. Now, if I'm going to mail to them, I don't need to do a skip trace. I only need to do a skip trace if I'm looking for phone numbers and email addresses. If I want to just send mail to them, the mailing address, we know what the mailing address is, and you can do a campaign with postcards and set up a specific website for that. And you can, let's just do postcards, determine the postcard that you want. And then we can just look, we buy houses, you just find one that you like. And then your information will auto add in as long as you've set it up correctly. We've got some videos on how to do that. And then you can edit the recipients and click the button and it will just mail right out to them. Now, the cool thing about this is it doesn't mail to the property necessarily. It's gonna mail to where the tax notice gets sent. So for example, 6900 Roswell, that is not where the tax notice goes. So this is obviously a rental property because the mailing address is 101 Chinook Drive. Okay, so you're going to want to mail to here, not mail to here, and we get that information off the tax records, and that's where a lot of people make mistakes. Okay, so then we start contacting them. The other thing that we can do is we can work with real estate agents. We can come back to our search, and we can say, you know what? Rather than doing properties that are not on the market, let's look at properties that are on the market and they are for sale and they're active, meaning they're not under contract. And then we can come back up here and say, okay, what do we have going on? Divorces, no results on that. Pre-probate. Okay, there's 3 properties that are in pre-probate that are listed. What I can do with this then is I can call and make an offer directly with the agent. MLS details, here we go. So here's the agent, email address, who she's with, office phone number, and I can go and make a call to them. Now with this, I can see they've been adjusting the price. I can know how many days on market. I can know everything that's happening with the property so that I can be very intelligent when I'm making a phone call. And, oh, that's interesting. This is a 5-bedroom, 3-bath. Estimated value $340. I wonder what they have it on the market for. They have it on the market for $320. It's been on the market for 126 days. Okay. So I could pull my own comps. I could look at that and I could potentially make an offer going through the agent directly. Now, typically, if I'm trying to find something for a fix and flip, I'm more going to go on off-market properties. If I'm looking at something for a rental, I'm probably going to work more with agents in finding these. But I hope this has helped you know how to find the best properties for single-family investings in your area.